Hey you guys, it's Moon here, your favorite firearms instructor. Shout out to my Facebook acquaintance Laurel. I'm not going to use her last name. Laurel is considering purchasing her first firearm for home defense purposes. And I'm going to make a video to help her pick the right weapon for her and hope this will help someone else as well. Shout out to the United States Concealed Carry Association. Shout out to Pennsylvania's Firearms Owners Against Crime. And we're going to get right into it here. So Laurel, there's two concepts I want you to consider as you are trying to pick the right handgun for you. First of all, let me back up and say, I do recall you say you are most interested in a revolver. I would like to share with you my personal opinion, and this is opinions. This isn't me telling you what you must do. Personal opinion, shotgun is the best tool for home defense. Personal opinion, I would go with the shotgun. You want a handgun? If you're going to go with a handgun, you can get a revolver. I would not suggest it. It's going to be easier for you to control the weapon and mitigate the impact of recoil with a pistol than with a revolver. I feel like that would be a better weapon for you. We already discussed what state you live in. You need to make sure that the weapon you get is going to be compliant with your state's regulations, which has limitations on magazine capacity and stuff like that. But I'm not going to get into all that in this video. We're going to talk about the concept of how to hold the weapon, the concept of how to aim the weapon, and then how you marry those two concepts to pick the right weapon that ergonomically fits you. That's why when you ask, hey, what gun do you suggest? I can't just say, hey, go get that gun. That's a good gun. Because I don't know how it's going to fit in your hand. I don't know how it's going to line up for you. So first concept. By the way, everything I show you in this video, these are demo weapons. None of these have any moving parts. None of them can fire any projectiles. No real guns in this video. So this part of the pistol is called the back strap. The part where you grip the weapon at the back here is called the back strap. The top of the back strap, this is called the tang of the weapon. You want to make sure that the tang of the weapon gets meshed nicely right up against the web where your thumb meets your index finger right at the palm of your hand. You want as much of your skin touching the weapon as possible because that's how it's going to help you maintain control. Now, notice I'm practicing trigger discipline. My finger does not go inside of the trigger guard until I am ready to discharge the weapon, even though this weapon doesn't even have a trigger and isn't a real weapon at all. We're still going to practice those techniques. Notice how I'm not pointing the weapon at anything I'm not willing to destroy. So anyway, we're going to make sure we have a good grip there. Then we're going to kind of karate chop upside down the bottom of the weapon here, and then wrap our hand around. And you know you have your hands aligned properly if the tip of your index finger is aligned with the tip of the thumb of your supporting hand. So here's how we're going to grip the weapon. Once you've got the concept of the grip down, let's talk about aiming. You want to look through the rear sights and then look at the front sight. So here's the rear sights, then you bring the front sight up, and you want equal height, equal light. I'm going to put a little graphic up that kind of shows what I mean by equal height, equal light. Then you want to focus on the front sight. Because I have the rear sight closer, which in real life, the rear sight will be closer to you, it makes the front sight look blurry and obscure. You want to focus on the front sight. So even though the front sight is farther away, the picture that you get is going to look more like this. As you focus on that front sight, the rear sight might be kind of blurry, even though it's closer to you. Then you want to bring it so that the top of the sights are equal, and then there's the same amount of light coming through on both sides. Then you just want to line those dots up with what it is you're aiming at. All right. Once you have the concept of aiming down, along with the concept of your grip, here's what you're going to do. You're going to get with the weapon that you want to get on a gun range, and you're going to get a nice defensive posture, the way you would actually stand if someone were coming at you. So you're going to lean slightly forward, knees bent, feet shoulder length apart, toes maybe slightly angled out, maybe exactly forward, head up, chin up, eyes forward, and you're going to hold the weapon properly, and then you're going to just relax your arms. Relax your arms, everything else in that defensive posture. Then you're going to look at what you want to aim at. Look straight at it, okay? Then you're going to close your eyes. With your eyes closed, You're going to lift the weapon. Don't move your head, your neck, your shoulders, your chest, your legs. Don't move anything else. Make sure you're looking at what you wanted to aim at. Then you're going to lift that weapon and you're going to point it directly at what it is you wanted to aim at with your eyes still closed. Then you're going to open your eyes. When you open your eyes, you should see that the weapon is naturally pointing at what you were looking at before you closed your eyes. If you can do that successfully, then that weapon is ergonomically a good fit for you. If you find that you're looking here, you close your eyes and you lift that weapon into position, then you open your eyes and realize you're aiming over the target or under the target or to the side of the target, that weapon does not fit your hands. Now, of course, you can practice marksmanship and get better at it and make sure you can hit whatever you're aiming at. But in a true defensive situation, while you're fearing for your life, you don't want to have to invest the time and energy into perfectly aligning your front sight and your rear sight and getting your equal height and your equal light so that you can get the perfect shot. That's a waste of time. You need to know that generally, if something is about to attack you and you pull that gun out, it's going to aim where you need it to go. So that's how you want to test a weapon to see if it is ergonomically a good fit for you. Let me know if you have any further questions, and I'll talk to you later.